So here's what I've been up to lately. Ever since I had my interview, I've just been meditating about 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. And I've been taking vegan positive mood supplements and really just been trying to deal with everything because 5 months ago I was just literally like, this feels like taking one of the Hodge twins or Bill Burr or Joey Diaz or some real raunchy comedian, you know, real fucked up sense of humor. It's like taking one of them, throwing them through a severe mental breakdown or a spiritual awakening, ripping the blinders off and expecting them to just not be the way they always were. It's literally, it's just really unfortunate. I've been staying out of comment sections. I mean, there is nobody I know that would talk to people the way they talk to people out there on the internet because their religious affiliation or spiritual ideas or, you know, facts are different. There's nobody that I know that would talk to people like this, but wow. There are literally some people who really, really love Jesus acting like the total opposite he would here. And it looks like it's spiritual battle influenced, and it's really hard to look at any of the, say, 75 different YouTubers and star seeds and YouTube channels. It's like I got splattered and had to come up quick and go, what in the hell is going on here? I have seen the front lines of mental health collapsing. I'm part of it. I'm in there with these people, trapped up as well. And it's really not good. Everybody who has a mental diagnosis should really look at what the hell an oversoul is. I feel like I could have been spared so much grief if I would have had that puzzle piece faster. And at least 51% of every single thing that these other people are saying is right, is what it looks like when you're just calling it straight. I mean, it looks like there's been a lot of distortions, and it's maybe good information to look at, because I do not want my kids or anybody else in my family to have to go through something called a spiritual awakening and be trapped not knowing what is causing these problems. And there's just so much information. Dr. Stephen Greer, man, he's got a lot of cool information out there. And I have done myself no favors. This whole last 5 months, I've just been popping off because, wow, before I even knew that there were other people here on the side of good who had soul contracts, I woke up and I'm going, okay, apparently I have a soul contract. Apparently I'm not all normal, and everything's fine. That is literally what everybody's going through right now. This is just so sucky. It's so sucky. And, yeah, if the reality of it isn't our higher self, our higher power, the true God that everybody should be worrying about right now, is themselves in another realm projecting down into this reality, and you're just a little sliver of your oversoul walking around. You're just a spirit in a body. You're not a freaking body. The bodies are just our cars because we're kind of playing a game. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what else is. Of course, this is why they're attacking everybody. Of course. Of course. It makes so much sense when you check out spirituality and you start learning about Gilgamesh and them Dead Sea Scrolls and these ancient Aborigines like Australians. Like, there are so many freaking things in the past that happened that we're not taking seriously, and it's really sad, and it's a knockout punch. It is. It really is. To have to watch all these people and you yourself be called blasphemous, because the truth is, yeah, looks like we are all God, and these religions have kind of done some stuff. That Vatican is really something. I can't believe what's happened. And yeah, so I'm going back to work tomorrow. I'm gonna start working 3 days a week for a couple months, and then I'm gonna go full time. And yeah, I've had a couple of panic attacks about that. I asked them for a mood stabilizer, something low grade, because I'm really struggling with all of this. And I was like not sleeping. It was not, I could not sleep. Even worse. And then I go look it up. It's called Lamictal, and I see that it's supposed to come with a warning because multiple people have died from rare complications. But like, there was a newscast of like 8 or 9 different people died because week 3, this medicine can turn your blood cells against you like a cancer. Like, your body can react like it's a cancer, and it's really hard to get diagnosed, and you have to get it treated right away or you will die. Unfucking real. These medications and their side effects. And it's probably all spiritual battle stuff. It's probably just a bunch of people that have like dark entities like sucking onto them, or their souls are dark. It is really out of here. It's like out of this world shit. It's like that song, I feel like an astronaut in the ocean. Yeah, it's weird. And there's just so many people talking about it, and this is what they're burying. This is what they don't want anybody talking about on the news. They don't want anybody meditating. They do not want anybody turning off their shit and realizing that it's pretty much the Truman Show. And we're all pretty much just in total recall chairs. And it's pretty much all of these movies. Everything that they're making look fake is like actually real life. Like, we're kind of like, it feels like we're kind of living inside of a TV. In this dimension that we're in, it's just a channel. It's like a channel on a never-ending TV. It's pretty much what it feels like, I think. And yeah, that seems like it's the big secret of the universe. Like, baseline, we're all supposed to be one in consciousness. That's it. That's the big secret. That's why they're attacking us, because we are so powerful God sources, little God sources. They're feeding off of our energy in different, like in the astral world. Like, we're just walking around here getting attacked. And religious people think crystals are witchcraft, but that looks like part of the game. So I've been meditating. Because if this isn't some shit, and if this isn't what happened, like, then you look at Jesus and you put him next to the Horus story. It's just like, what the hell did they do? That's why everything's going kaput with ancient Egypt's bullshit timeline of 5,000 to 6,000 years old. Are you kidding me? The local indigenous people of that area, who have not forgotten and who have continued to carry on the stories correctly, put Egypt at 65,000 years old. But they've edited everything to make it fit into religion to control everybody. But we're God. Okay. What's up with Enlil and Enki? What's up with Thoth? Thoth gotta be the most controversial character I've ever seen. And like, these things are real. Like, huh. You put Yahweh up next to Enlil, and it's just like, So, all of these stories about Jesus. This is why you got Sam Smith doing this satanic ritual bullshit, and why all of these rituals are going on right in front of everybody's faces. They're literally trying to break. They're trying to make Christians get their fucking guns out. They're gaslighting everybody. They are trying to crumble everybody, and it's working. Because people can't remember that we're playing a game of consciousness. And people can't remember that we're not supposed to be on our knees to any god. Because we're supposed to stand up and remember that we're God. And these people work for us. And look what these tyrants are doing. So it's like, yeah, I've been meditating. And I think I could be handling this way worse if it's all true. A lot of other people out there. A lot of them. They're hard to find. So as I've been pissed off and stumbling through this, 75. I had to have name dropped 75 different people, places, or things to look at. Because it's a mess. When you start putting the pieces of ancient history truly together with all of the things that they've removed, it feels like you're getting punched in the stomach, shot in the kneecaps, throat punched, choked, caught on fire, and it hurts so bad to look and think, okay, what's the worst thing that they could be doing? They could be lying about Jesus. These religions could somehow be on accident mistranslated, or the narrative's been being controlled by these people that we're all looking at. Really? Well, if there's discrepancies, then maybe we should talk about this. There's a lot of discrepancies. Literally. And then, like, whenever you spiritually wake up and just realize what the hell they've done and how they've driven these race wars, it's just like, it looks like the original Jews were black. Looks like everything is upside down. And Now they're trying to draw attention on UFOs all of a sudden. Probably because they're getting ready to do that Project Blue Book, or whatever they call it, Blue Beam. There's another name for it too. So many secret projects. So many declassified CIA files to go through. We don't have time. But, there's literally people on antipsychotics because they're scared. Because they think that there's cameras and birds. And there's a whole TikTok video about that. They've been making birds and cameras since the 70s. And that's why a lot of them sit on the telephone poles charging their little electric feet. People have been catching them, gutting them. And it's like, look, it's a little fucking robot. It's a camera. They are literally doing the most. And there's whistleblowers out there from the government saying that they're probably getting ready to fake a UFO invasion with their own technology because fear. And they're behind the scenes, these negative ETs, they're kind of battling right now to see who gets to wear the crown of the New World Order. Everything's just a bunch of extraterrestrials, huh? It's like whenever you realize that you're just floating in space and you see them pictures of how big the universe really is, and this is just like a part of it. There's like a bunch of other it's so big. Like, oh, Earth is heaven and hell. Earth, heaven, hell, purgatory. It is what we make it. We just let it go to shit because we don't remember that we're playing a game. Just like the movies, huh? Yeah, so I've been meditating. Doing a little bit of yoga. Not much. Because I freaking butterballed up again and I'm getting upset. But there's a gym like 3 miles away from where I'm going to be working. So I'm going to get a membership. And I'm going to make sure I go to the gym and start going back to the gym after my shift's there. And taking vegan supplements and actively staying away from, oh my God, what are they doing to the food? Have you ever seen vegetable oil be made? Do you know that like ground cinnamon and ground pepper is like fake? It's not even fucking real. That's why we can't pronounce any of the ingredients, because it's like, you know, the Kraft Parmesan cheese and like any kind of bagged shredded cheese. A lot of that's like wood pulp. It's like sawdust inside of there. They say it doesn't really hurt anybody, but the fillers that they are putting in our food, and that's part of spirituality, is understanding how serious free will is. We have the free will to continue to buy this shit when we know it's laced, or should know by now that it's laced. The fluoride in the water, the stories I've heard about fluoride and where it comes from and how it came to be in our water. You should look it up. It's pretty disturbing. It's pretty disturbing to see that we're private citizens and our government's not supposed to know fucking everything about us, and here we are. They're literally controlling everything. And a lot of them don't know. CIA sure does. Ugh, it's horrible. It's literally horrible. This is what everybody knows. This is what the bad guys know. In a nutshell. That we are all God. It's like, them bastards, you know? It's just like, huh. Total Recall chair, huh? Oh, yeah. My higher power. That is my God. That's me up there. Like, I'm just projecting down into this cesspool to try to help. I feel so bad. It's a little chilly. My hands looking like really bad, but yeah. I'm gonna stop ranting because I'm trying to get over it. Trying to get over it. It's like your whole life just flashes before your eyes and your world just ends in water. While you're walking around, it's just like, this sucks. It's us we're waiting on. It's like, it's just us. That's cool. Like, what are you gonna do about it? There's a whole spirituality community that is just totally ready for everybody to like quit laughing at them and maybe take some of the things that they're saying seriously, because they'd be in their cars ready to go. They all look very sick of this shit. And yeah, I feel like everybody would just probably be really excited to meet up in Washington about this very peacefully. Let them know that we're sick of being taxed to death and we're sick of them lying about God. Make them tell us what the Fatima Portugal messages actually said that we're like 60 years overdue for. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to work tomorrow and just try to get back up from this, because it's not easy to look at. That's why most people will just be like, well, that's a bunch of bullshit, because your mind is not big enough yet to actually start comprehending how serious that shit actually is. I never even knew. I had to like literally go through some really wild shit. And I don't want anybody going through this. It's just not even necessary to have to take the mental disability route of spiritual awakening. That's what it is. That's what all these mental disorders are. What a shame. I'm gonna go watch Total Recall and punch myself in the eye.